The truck market just flipped, and dealers are sitting on inventory they cannot move. Lots that were empty 2 years ago are full again. Discounts reaching $8,000, $10,000, even $15,000 on certain models. And the trucks sitting longest aren't obscure nameplates. They're some of the most recognizable vehicles in America. Buyers got smarter, loan rates stayed brutal, and specific trucks developed reputations that no dealer incentive can overcome. Let's count them down. Number 1. Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. The Ram 1500 EcoDiesel was supposed to be the smart buyer's choice. Diesel efficiency in a half-ton body, strong torque, better fuel economy than any gasoline competitor. In 2026, it's one of the slowest moving trucks on dealer lots. The 3.0-liter EcoDiesel has generated years of reliability complaints, emissions system failures, EGR cooler problems, injector issues that arrive expensive and unpredictably. The complexity of running a diesel emission system through American truck ownership demands has proven too much for too many owners. Repair bills on a failed emission system regularly reach $3,000 to $6,000, completely destroying the fuel savings argument. Dealers are discounting heavily. Informed buyers are walking past anyway. Number 2, Ford F-150 Power Boost Hybrid, high mileage examples. The Power Boost Hybrid was genuinely innovative at launch. Twin-turbo V6 paired with an electric motor, Pro Power onboard, strong efficiency numbers. In 2026, high mileage examples are stacking up on used lots, and buyers aren't moving them. The concern is complexity. A turbocharged V6 combined with a hybrid battery system and electric motor creates a repair exposure profile experienced buyers recognize immediately. When the EcoBoost timing chain issues apply, and on high mileage examples they do, the hybrid layer adds diagnostic and parts costs that standard F-150 repairs don't carry. Battery replacement projections on aging systems add another layer of hesitation. Buyers wanting a working truck for 10 years are choosing simpler drivetrains. The Power Boost Premium isn't translating into resale value. Number 3, Chevrolet Colorado/GMC Canyon, 2.5-liter and 2.8-liter diesel variants. The midsize truck comeback story has a problem in 2026. Specific Colorado and Canyon variants are sitting unsold. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder developed oil consumption complaints consistent with broader ecotech issues. The 2.8-liter Duramax diesel generated emissions system problems and injector concerns that mirror the EcoDiesel situation in a smaller package. What compounds the problem is competition. Midsize buyers increasingly choose the Tacoma or Ranger, specifically for reliability reputation. When a Colorado carries documented powertrain concerns with a credible alternative one, lot over, resale values collapse fast. Number 4, Nissan Titan XD. The Titan XD was positioned between a half-ton and a heavy-duty, offering a Cummins diesel that looked compelling on paper. In 2026, it's one of the most difficult truck sales on any lot in America. The XD never found its audience. Half-ton buyers chose the F-150 Ram, or Silverado. Heavy-duty buyers chose a Super Duty, or HD. The XD fell between categories without owning either. Reliability concerns compounded the positioning problem. The Cummins diesel generated emissions and electrical integration complaints. The gasoline Vi8 carried the VQ series concerns documented across the Nissan lineup. Resale values have collapsed. Dealers discount aggressively and still struggle to generate interest. Number 5, Ford F-153.5-liter EcoBoost, a 2017 to 2019, high mileage. The 2017 to 2019 F-150 EcoBoost is now hitting 90,000 to 140,000 miles, exactly the window where premature timing chain stretch becomes an active failure rather than a future concern. Buyers in 2026 know this. Used truck shoppers are walking away from these specific years, pushing down values on what should be highly desirable trucks. Dealers who stock them at nameplate prices are discovering that informed buyers discount heavily for known powertrain risk. Timing chain replacement before failure, $1,500 to $2,500. After failure, $7,000 to $10,000. The used market has priced in that risk, and dealers who didn't see it coming are panicking now. Number 6. Ram 2500/3500 with 6.4-liter Hemi, certain years. The 6.4-liter Hemi is fundamentally a capable engine, but specific year ranges have developed a reliability narrative suppressing demand in ways Ram didn't anticipate. Multi-displacement system failures causing oil consumption, valve train noise that owners and mechanics recognize as early warning signs of deeper problems, manufacturing quality variations creating long-term durability, inconsistencies the used market hasn't forgiven. The deeper problem is the alternative. Ram HD buyers who want gasoline choose trusted year ranges. Those wanting diesel choose the Cummins. The affected 6.4-liter years fall between trusted options on both sides, and that positioning shows directly in how long these trucks sit. Number 7. Ford Maverick Hybrid, fleet return examples. The Maverick Hybrid was a genuine success at launch. Waiting lists stretched months. In 2026, fleet return examples are stacking up, and private buyers are paying close attention. Fleet vehicles accumulate mileage fast with maintenance histories that are difficult to fully verify. A Maverick that spent 3 years in a delivery fleet may have 80,000 to 100,000 miles with unknown service compliance. The hybrid system on high mileage fleet examples is the concern. Battery degradation, electric motor wear, EcoBoost oil maintenance sensitivity. On a truck bought specifically for efficiency, a degraded hybrid system changes the entire ownership proposition. Dealers sitting on fleet return Mavericks without clean service histories are learning that launch popularity doesn't automatically translate into used demand. Number 8. Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with 2.7-liter turbo 4-cylinder. Nobody expected a half-ton truck with a 4-cylinder. Chevrolet positioned the 2.7-liter turbo as a modern, efficient alternative to the V8. Comparable torque, better fuel numbers. In 2026, it's the Silverado configuration buyers are most actively avoiding. The 2.7-liter has generated oil consumption complaints, timing concerns, and a buyer perception problem that goes beyond documented failures. Truck buyers are conservative. They buy V8s because V8s have proven track records measured in decades. A turbocharged 4-cylinder carries a credibility gap with core truck buyers that incentives alone can't close. Dealers are discounting 2.7-liter Silverados more aggressively than any other configuration. The V8s move. The 4-cylinders sit. That market signal is as clear as any reliability data. What this means for buyers right now. The trucks on this list aren't all bad vehicles. Some are capable machines carrying specific concerns in specific configurations or year ranges. But in 2026, buyers have access to reliability data, owner forms, recall databases, and inspection services that didn't exist a decade ago. The trucks sitting on lots are sitting because informed buyers are making informed decisions. Check nhtsa.gov for open recalls. Research the specific engine and year range. Get an independent pre-purchase inspection. And pay attention to which configurations dealers discount most aggressively. That pattern tells you exactly what the market already knows. Which truck on this list surprises you most? Tell us in the comments. We might feature your story in our next video. And if this video helped you, smash that like button and subscribe for more auto insights. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.